Currently, Mavuika holds the record for the highest damage dealt on my main account. But today, my goal is to break that record. I don't think I'm going to be delving much into the artifacts, because I could be here for months, if not years, trying to get the perfect artifact set for her to use. Her current loadout is fine and gives us stats that look like this. She is on her signature weapon and has her C1, which I'll be honest, I forgot that I had that. However, something I've been saying that I need to fix for a while now is the fact that her burst isn't crowned. It's not even at level 9. And this is the team that I plan to use her on. But if we come in here to look at the talents of these characters, Shalonen's skill is also only level 8. So we can probably get an extra 6% elemental resistance decrease. And you guys are gonna love this. My Bennett, a character who's been in the game since its release, has his burst at level 11, which is essentially level 8. So this is going to cost so much more. But if I want to see a new big shiny number, this is what we have to do. I'm hoping that through crafting I can get most of, if not all of what I need. And it seems like we can craft everything that we need to crown Mavuika's burst. And then how about Shalonen's skill? Oh wow, this is crazy. This is the first time that Eula has done anything for this account in years. Good job, Eula. Then we have Bennett. I don't know if I plan on crowning his burst, but at the very least, I would like to get it. Ooh, that's a good one. I'd like to get it to level 9, which for him is now level 12. So we'll go ahead immediately and take care of that. I'm probably gonna want to crown it though. Shalonen, let's get your skill leveled. Luckily, I have the boss drops and I have 28 crowns, which I mean, there's no point in just saving them. I might as well use them if I have them. And then for Mavuika, oh, right, I gotta craft, I can craft just a few. Here we go, a burst level 9 and burst level 10. I'm not gonna lie, I have been farming Mora ley lines pretty much since the last video on this account. I was so close to getting up to 10 million Mora again, but in those few button clicks, I've spent almost 3 million. You know what? Let's just do it. Bennett, it is your lucky day. It's gonna be close whether I can get enough of them with my current resin. After a number of runs, I have 28 resin remaining, but can I currently craft enough? We get one bonus. We're gonna need a couple bonuses here. We do not get them, though even after another run, I don't think that's enough. Actually, it'll be enough if we can get the 10% double on the golden book. We'll craft this one. No double. Here it comes. We need 10% chance. We did not get it. Wait a second. I was about to waste my last fragile resin, but then I remembered that this exists. So after spending that, we can get the last book we need and bestow Bennett with a crowned burst. The team is now ready. Bennett is on a 4-piece Noblesse Oblige. Shalonen is on a 4-piece Scroll of the Hero of the Cinder City. See, Lali is also on Scroll of the Hero of the Cinder City, so I could probably change that. Maybe, oh boy. I was gonna say we could try Tenacity, but apparently I do not have a full set of that. I can try to get some really quick. Okay, some Tenacity has been acquired. Are they good pieces? Probably not. In hindsight, it may have been better to try to craft some Archaic Petra to put on Shalonen, because that's another set that I barely have any of. But even after crafting all that, I still don't have good options if I actually want to put her on Tenacity. So I think we're just gonna stick to running 2 sets of Scroll. Though I might be able to destroy Shalonen's build, because she scales with defense, but that's for personal damage and for healing. The resistance decrease has nothing to do with how much defense she has as far as I'm aware. So if I just grab another character and move all of Shalonen's stuff over, because this is what we have to do since loadouts don't currently exist. I went ahead and crafted a couple Archaic Petra pieces, which is enough to at least get a full 4-piece set. They're not great pieces in general, and I can't exactly power them up because I have no consumables. But in theory, her buffing should still be at the same level, even if her survivability and personal damage is now abysmal. Okay, I lied, I found the issue. Her signature weapon does need her to have a lot of defense. Okay, I'm gonna power up some of these and hope it rolls defense percent. One of the rare times where I actually want that to happen. Wait, how is this artifact plus 20? That's a crime. Get rid of it. Of course, no defense percent. It's the one time I want it to happen. Why am I not surprised? You know what? Let's try that again. This time, flat defense. What? There's a percent there, you know. You could try rolling into that. Of course, I would much rather be spending these on the Sanctifying Elixir, but alas, there is a video to make. Okay, I managed to actually get a defense percent roll, but I'm still not even at 3,000. All right, I've sacrificed every artifact that I'm willing to sacrifice. I cannot get her any more defense, so she's still under 3,000. However, if I use her skill, she goes up to 3,292. And then if we look at any of the other characters, we can see that they're getting a 25.6% bonus to all elements, which is the maximum that the sword can provide. And we can also see that everyone has a 60% bonus to cryo damage, which is due to the archaic Petra set. Obviously, we're going to want the pyro one later when we're doing damage tests, but I'm glad to see it's all working. So there are a handful of places that we can bring this. The first, very simply, is the Spiral Abyss. The first half was pretty slow because I hate fighting a giant crab, but we're not here to focus on that. We're here to see what we can do with Mavuika, which is 1.4 million. I'm realizing now that Bennett could use a little more energy recharge, but let's go for this again. And now we get 500,000. That's lower, although we still easily get 3 stars. I didn't show the first card because it did not matter, but now we are getting 80 elemental mastery. On to the second half we go. I'm gonna make sure that we collect a pyro crystal there. Go for this, go for the Mavuika burst. 1.5 million again. And then obviously we just keep driving the bike around. And thanks to the scroll set on Seat Lolly, she gets plenty of energy recharge back. So this is a very easy chamber 2. Then for chamber 3, we put this down. We go for the Seat Lolly burst that we don't actually have. Ironic that I was just talking about how she always had her burst up in time. We nuke. We get 1.3 million and that thing is gone. So we get our crystallize. We put down Bennett burst. We go for Seat Lolly burst. Go for Mavuika burst and big damage. I don't even have to worry about rushing here. I was basically gonna say I could just take my time and get my last burst rotation up, but the thing died. Oops. So yeah, Mavuika works pretty well in the Spiral Abyss. Of course, we could test this against a normal boss in the overworld. So we'll do pretty much the same thing that we've been doing. Let me get the crystallized. Thank you. Put that down, put this down, and I should have probably done your skill first. That's fine. We'll go for this. 1.2 million, boss is gone. Let's now move to the next kind of damage test. The one where we start going after enemies with weakened resistances. For instance, our friend Scaramouche. Animation cancel? Animation cancel? Boop. Nope, you're not locking me into a cutscene. Since we get all of our bursts back in the second phase, I don't have to worry about saving anything. So we get to do a nuke here as well. Bada bing, bada... Wait, that didn't kill you? Did I miss a crit? Well, the thing is, when I first got Mavuika and I was doing damage tests with her, I remember that against Scaramouche, we were able to achieve like 1.2 or 1.3 million. And right now, that's what we're hitting against normal enemies. So perhaps I'm setting my expectations a little too high, but I'm really expecting like... Can I say 2 million? Is that too much? I don't know the exact percent increase to expect from fighting this. This shouldn't be too bad for us because we have Bennett here who can do some stuff. And then Seat Lolly can deal with the ones that are in the air. All right, easy. Bada bing. Take you down a notch. Then we set everything up. Please survive all of this, sir. Go for this. Go for this. Get our crystallized shard. Hopefully we got it. And we go for that. We go for the Seat Lolly burst. Skill. I don't know if I need to do that. Burst. We get... Boom. 2 million damage. But obviously our best damage is 2.4 million. So how do we go about hitting an even higher damage? Well, really, it's quite simple. We go somewhere where we will constantly be fighting for our lives, which I believe is over here. Here we go. We do not want to attack this thing yet. We need it to have as much HP as possible. We just play a bit of the good old waiting game, as eventually it should transport us to this place. And here, I'm going to start using all my bursts as if I'm setting up for, the big nuke. We want to try and kill as many of these as fast as we can without dying, preferably. That'd be nice. We'll do Shalonen's burst as well. Okay. That's 9 stacks of all the good stuff. Maybe I should get out of here. 10. Let's... I'm so fine. I wasn't even worried. All right. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, bada bang, bada boo. I keep saying that all the time, huh? Well, let's just see what the damage is. What? 1.2. What? Huh? Okay, here's the thing. I have to reset because it won't survive another round of me setting everything up. Was that a missed crit? Mavuika, what was that? New theory. I think it was a crit, but I don't think it was a melt on Mavuika's part. I think Seat Lolly stole the melt. Don't worry, I can fix that. So 1.2 million on a non-melt is pretty good. Alrighty, round 2. This time, I know what to do. It rhymes. It's perfect. We'll use this because why not? And then we'll start doing our donuts. Luckily, we can kind of hit both of the spots where these guys spawn in. All right, there's 9. We'll just get 10 and then... No, come back to me, Mavuika. Everything's fine. Everything is so fine. It's perfect. I'm leaving. Oh boy, it's not fine. Everything's bad. You see, I just wanted to show you the way to not attempt this challenge. I figured that would be an important thing to show because I'm posting this on the internet and people might see it and then think, oh, I want to try this with my Mavuika. So I just wanted to demonstrate how not to do it. You are welcome. But now I'll show you the proper way to do it. Follow along, kids. First off, we deal with these guys. It's very simple, very easy. Some people get scared while they're here because they're constantly losing HP, but that is not me. I'm not one of those. I'm always cool, calm, and collected while I'm in this space. We get our 9 stacks. We simply leave. It's easy. We do this. We crystallize. We grab the crystallize. We put this down. We use skill, then the burst for lots of cryo. Immediately swap to Mavuika. Boom. What? 1.5. Okay, what is happening is what I would be asking if I didn't know. Because yes, of course we're only hitting for 1.5 million. And that is because, well, I would tell you, but it's actually a secret. I'd love to let you in on it, but I simply cannot. So instead, I'll just show you me hitting way higher than 1.5, because you just saw we hit 1.5 there, meaning we can hit so much higher than that. Ooh, get me out, get me out, get me out. I'm not worried though, because I'm never worried in there. Okay, I'm gonna put up this just to make sure no one dies. We gotta do this a little quick. Get that going. This into this. Mavuika, it is time for the nuke. Boom. What? All right, you know, I don't get it. I'm gonna try my hardest to pay attention to everything. At the very least, I want to understand why my damage is not damaging. We have 8 stacks. We want to swap you off before you die. We have 10 stacks. I'm just gonna take it and leave. I also realized I accidentally used Shalonen's skill there, which is very bad. Just joking, it's completely fine. So we'll go for this again. Very easy, very simple. 1.3 million, I understand nothing. We have 112% pyro damage bonus. Our crit is fine. We have a lot of attack, maybe too much attack. So let's put you back onto this and we'll swap your sands to elemental mastery. Let's see how that works. Hey, Wyab, if you're a loser, you'll banish me to another dimension right now. Oh, he's a loser. I knew it. Here we go. Getting some stacks of the buff going up. Level 5, level 6, level 7. Make sure no one dies, please, and thank you. Can't put Bennett on the field because he will die. Level 10, I'm out of here. So we'll do that. We'll do... Oh, once again, Shalonen's skill is offline. Very bad. Very unfortunate timing. All right, we got that. We go for this. We go here. We go here. This is so easy, so simple, so straightforward. I just don't. It doesn't. I would like to understand, and I simply do not. All right, here we go. I had 11 stacks. Guaranteed. Please don't die, Shalonen. Please don't die, Shalonen. Okay? Boom. Into skill. Into burst. Apply the cryo. Instantly nuke. 4.2 million. Finally, it works. And as you can see, it is just that simple. I don't know why instinctively I was about to just log out of the game. I was in my head, I was like, oh, I'm done. My work here is done. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you pretty much double, no, more than double your damage on your account. Now, there is one thing I don't love about that, and that's the fact that I'm a Raiden Shogun main. My Raiden Shogun will now never, ever stand a chance of having the highest damage on this account. My poor Nilu, who is C6, will never have a chance of having the highest damage on this account because Mavuika simply exists. 4.2 million is just so stupid. Since we did go ahead and change Mavuika's build a little bit, I'm just curious to see if in general it does allow her to hit higher damage. So I've come back to once again test this out, and we're hitting 1.47 million. Last time it was 1.23 million. So having that elemental mastery sands is allowing her to hit higher damage. But of course, overall, it could be less damage because if she's not constantly melting, then the attack would be better because EM would do nothing at that point. But we do have Bennett boosting her attack. We have Shalonen C2 further boosting her attack. And so I think for me, the EM sands is going to perform better. Now that we've seen the damage Mavuika can hit, what about my main character? We could set all this up, and our biggest hit is 514,000. Less than half of what we're seeing from Mavuika. Actually, it's almost a third. Another character I tend to use a lot is my Nilu, and I don't run her on a vaporized team ever, but technically that probably would be her highest damage. So I'm going to attempt to get a vaporize off here on her burst. We'll go for this, and we see 250,000. But of course, I kind of built her for the skill damage, and this very well might not be her best team, especially considering that she only has 16 elemental mastery. This is the last random team that I'm gonna try, but I want to give Mualani a chance to see how much damage she can hit for. So this might be kind of a scuffed rotation, we're gonna see, but I hope that worked the way that I hoped it did. We'll go for this, and then 1.15 million. So Mualani wouldn't hit as much as Mavuika did, but it's still not bad. Now, I just want to make sure. No, that's not the button that I pressed, game. I can assure you I wanted to swap characters. Really? The boss doesn't respawn when I'm all the way over here? I just want to do it again to make sure that Shalonen's skill is hitting when the Hydro is applied. So we'll swirl the Hydro. Mualani, okay. Shalonen, kick. This into this. Viridescent might have just worn off by that point for Hydro anyways, but we'll see. Okay, 1.15 again. But alas, Mavuika still hits even harder. Meaning, Mavuika is undeniably the strongest character on my account. And as a non-Mavuika main, I don't like that. But to be honest, I don't think there's really much that I can do about it. With that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy. And as always, I shall see you all next time.